What's up, Joe?
What are we doing?
Just
literally, what are we doing?
What are we doing? Right? Yeah, 6:30 in the morning on the northern prairies of the Midwest, the United States, coming to you live. And
yes,
you there in Tampa, Florida, with your sweatshirt on in July. It makes perfect sense.
I like being, comfortable, cozy. It's nice. I like it.
What are you kicking at this morning? 64 in there in the house? What do you got?
It's 69.
It's so cold in your house, man.
I was even cold yesterday.
I know. I've slept there, man. It's a cold house. You guys keep it like an ice box in there.
Welcome to Proper Cup of Joe, everybody. This is we meet every Thursday morning because this guy got snakes about 5 years ago, and I don't have any snakes, and I had a lot of questions about it. That's the premise here.
6 years ago, pal. Get it right. It's been a little bit of time. 6
years. Okay.
6, my man. 6. A little snort, a little morning snort there. We've done this for half of your time with professional snake existence. That's right. We're coming up on the 3-year anniversary. What are we going to talk about when that anniversary passes? We're just going to have to we'll immediately flip it to coming up on the 4th anniversary.
Coming up on the 4th. I think I bring it up almost every week.
I know it's got a lot of depth
because I can't believe that we're still doing it.
The well runs deep, my man. I'm thankful for it and appreciative. Did you go to Dublin already? Did you take your weekend trip to Dublin? No, this weekend?
That's today. Yeah.
Today. You're such a one-upper. You're like, yeah, I'm just gonna go to Dublin today.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the podcast and head to Dublin.
This isn't like
that's what I do.
Dublin, Ohio, or Georgia or anything, right? This is the Dublin.
This is the Dublin.
The Dublin. Okay.
If anybody's got any suggestions on where to go, I'd love to hear it. I don't know if anybody's been to Dublin.
I've not been there yet. If it were Galway or Belfast, I'd have a couple ideas. I've not been though. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. That's tonight. We catch a flight at we have to fly to Detroit first, and then we fly over, and then we'll be there tomorrow morning.
Yeah. What are you going on? You got Aer Lingus? What are you flying?
Delta.
Okay. Always a safe choice, man. That's a good choice.
Yeah. So and it's funny, usually when I travel out of the country, I don't do it often, but there's a whole lot of nerves, and I don't think we planned this far enough in advance for me to actually be, hyped up about it or something. It's just something I'm doing this weekend.
Yeah, you didn't get the anticipatory buzz for a while, right? Yeah.
Strange. So,
oh yeah. See, Jim has it figured out. The Dr. Pepper factory. Oh wait, not Dublin, Texas.
All right. Very nice.
Well, what have you been up to this week, Joe? What's your one thing? You got something for us fun this time?
So for anybody who follows me on Instagram, I apologize.
Well, this is where you would say your name. How do people? Because people would follow you, Joe. I got to tell you,
it is Proper Cup of Joe at Proper Cup of Joe.
Look at that.
So yeah, you can follow me there, but I don't post anything on Instagram. I don't do any. I don't know. I don't even know why. I don't even know why I have one. I like to go on and look at Instagram. It's okay, but I don't post anything on there except I did my first post. I think I did my first. I don't even know if I posted for the first time.
You need to be a grandfather. You need to be like.
I know. I feel so. And Instagram is so old. My mom doesn't like texting. Because it's this new thing. Texting has been around for 30 years.
Right.
Similarly, Instagram has been around for 15 years?
15, 18.
It's so old. Yeah. So I should know how to do it. And I'm like, did I put this on my story and then I posted, or
Oh,
I
no.
thought, what's the difference between putting something on your story and posting something?
All right, here you go. I'm going to help you out. All right. Posting will put it out to everybody. Whoever comes across it, it's searchable. You can put hashtags. It'll show up. They'll feed it to different threads or to different people's what do you call the thing when, like, whatever your feed?
Yeah, the feed or whatever. Yeah,
and it'll test. If it gets high engagement, it gets fed to more people. If it doesn't, it'll just die on the vine, but it'll always be on your own post. That's always there. Same with reels. So post is a still frame, reel has video or activity to it. The story is like your own journal. Only your followers could see that if they go to your story. That won't get pushed to the masses. So like, posts and reels are where you get followers. Your story is like your inner circle. Like, hey guys, this is just for you. This is me, just Joe talking to you, kind of.
Well, maybe somebody could go to my Instagram. What do you call it? A page? It's a page.
your Instagram page. You're just your Instagram. It's a noun. Maybe it's even a verb, but it's definitely a noun. It's your own.
Is it a page?
Yeah. I'm gonna look.
Okay.
Also, I also need to check with the legal department about you getting the proper cup of Joe name. I'm not 100% sure here. We're gonna check with legal on that and see what's going on here.
I think I changed my name when we started this thing. When we started this podcast.
Yeah, I don't know that you got it approved, but yeah, it's up here. There's a post, Portcast, whatever. It's a comedy podcast. You could, you have a podcast you could promote on your Instagram page if you want. You could. You have one post. That's what you went with, huh?
Well, what's weird is like I put it on a story, right? And then I went and I was like, did this post? And then I took and I made the story into a post. Is that what you're supposed to do?
You can. That's a dual. You put it in both places. Sure. Flood the internet with non-proper cup of Joe related information on your proper cup of Joe page.
Well, so the reason I did this, and I've talked about this guy in the past, the Bennington Show. I'm promoting another show. The Bennington Show. I think I've mentioned that I've listened to them on the radio for a long time.
Right.
And Ron has cancer.
Yes.
And the Portcast is a show that he does while he is receiving chemotherapy.
They put a port on you right into you. Yeah.
So he sits every other Tuesday, and he sits and he gets chemotherapy, and then his comedian friends come and talk to him while he's receiving this chemotherapy.
Okay, nice. All right, this is a benevolent cause. Legal will approve it. I'll talk to the folks there at the regional office here.
Because the only reason is that I was listening to him yesterday, and they said, this is a really interesting thing that they're doing. And it is really interesting. It's just little clips of him and a comedian like David Tell or Shane Gillis or somebody else. And they're having a conversation and making jokes, having kind of this great conversation about how they know each other, they love each other, because it's like this time that their friend is going through this thing, and it's really, really funny as well. The little comments. So they said this is something really special. We really care about it, and we would love it if you would share it with your friends on Instagram or any of your social media. So that I was like, this guy and this show has given me so much over the past 20 years. If he wants me to share it, I'm going to put it up on Instagram. I'm going to figure out how to put it up on Instagram and share it with other people, so other people can go and I think one of the things that is really great about it is that they're sharing their experience, and it's a
Yeah.
common experience. It's a
Right.
common
It is.
experience.
Yeah.
There's nothing special about it. They keep saying that, but seeing somebody that you admire, or seeing people dealing with it, or even going through it at that moment, is I think helps people feel not so alone when they go through it, because it is such a common experience. So I just think it's an awesome thing that they're doing. So I just wanted to promote it. And maybe I'll get around to promoting our own show at some point on it.
Well, there's the expression and I maybe definition that tragedy plus time equals comedy. It's the things that we all commonly experience. Like the best comedians are the ones where you go, oh yeah, I know that, I get that.
Yeah,
sometimes,
sure.
Sometimes it is tragic, and sometimes it takes a little time. There was I thought a classic line from Jon Stewart after 9/11 when he said, if comedy is tragedy plus time, I'm going to need a little more blanking time on like the first episode of the Daily Show after that. But you know, you got to go through it. What's the alternative? Sit there and die? Okay, let's make the best of this thing, you know? So I think that's cool. From a technical note, you can use the little @ symbol, and then you can type their account, and they'll know that you posted it. And you might get a little shout out. You might get Mr. Bennington to mention Old Proper Cup of Joe. Then you'd be back in the good graces of the legal department. Then it would be business use on the account approved. It would be good.
I don't think I'm at that level, but
why?
Yeah, maybe I'll try it out.
That's what this universe is about, man. Like, you'd be amazed. Joe Rogan follows one of my accounts. It's the stupidest thing ever. Like, I don't even think I like the guy. I'm not sure. I might like to have a beer with him, but I might not. Like, there's days where I'm like, I hate that guy. And then there's days where I'm like, this is a pretty cool guy. Yeah, I don't know. So, but yeah, you do a little @ and then you could even like leave a little message, like, you know, hey, you get well, we're hanging out with you. You're great for doing this. You know, hope David tells sober this episode, whatever works.
That's good. Great. That's great. And yeah, I'll forget that immediately when we finish this conversation.
Well, you could put any words in there that you want, but that's how you would know. That's the social part of the media. You interact socially, and that gets the algorithm cooking, and then they like it and go, thanks, Joe. Nice cup there, Joe. And it gets social.
And maybe it'll point them to our terrific conversations that we have on Thursday mornings.
That's right. They'll tune in for one thing and be like, what is going on with these two? Yeah, that's what'll happen. So I went to, I've had a really crazy busy week, not busy from business, not busy from snake things, not from slaying, the financial world of reptiles, none of that. Rewind, not this very past weekend, the weekend before, my wife she has a mom, as I understand all humans at one point did, if not all of us still do. So her mom, my mother-in-law, has 11 siblings. First, like, get your head around that. Second, they are great. Yes. They are great about family reunions, and twice a year they all get together, and then they're twice. It's a Christmas and a summer thing. So we go to this farm in Wisconsin, and all these siblings and all their spouses and all their kids and all their kids' spouses and then all their kids, and it's everybody there. It's a maze of people.
Like, how many people? Is it like 100 people?
No, but probably 50 to 60 we're at that one, maybe a little bit north of that, somewhere around there. Yeah,
that's a big group. That's
a big group, right?
Yeah.
And then, as timing would have it, and we played a gig last Wednesday night. Oh, I already recovered that. Yeah, we covered that topic last week.
Yeah.
And then this very past weekend, to really complicate things, Kelly's parents divorced when she was a very small child. Her stepfather married her mother when she was a very small child, and is an integral part of her life. It's just his dad. There's this dad and there's that dad, and it's cool.
Sure, yeah.
And everybody, and actually, it's beautifully done. The parents have always behaved very well, and towards the kids and all of that kind of thing. Well, anyway, her stepdad's family has a reunion that they only do once every 10 years. And that was this past weekend.
Oh, gee.
So your boy, the in-law, to all of everything I'm talking about, goes to we go to this lake resort in Minnesota, which is nice and is lovely. It was a great experience. And Frank, who's the dad, his extended family, I mean, he's got, and Frank is in his late 70s. So he's got his distant cousins and their children. There's another 60 people there at that reunion. And them I'm even less familiar with than the first one I mentioned. Like, I'm starting to get my head around the local 11 siblings, and they all live in Minnesota. Not all, but they live regionally in Minnesota. These folks were from California, they were from New York, they were from Florida, from Pennsylvania. I mean, everywhere, once a decade gathering, get together.
Wow, that is awesome. That's really cool.
And there were people that were aged 6 months there, and the patriarch is 94, and he still lives alone in San Diego, and he flew in for this thing. So he's there. And everything in between. So now, like,
let's get a sense of how many people that is. Like, how many people at that reunion?
That one I think was like 54 or 56 was that. Okay. I actually heard that number thrown around. The first one I had to kind of guess. That one, yeah. I heard that number thrown around. So, but I literally knew 6 people there. That I'd ever met in my life. I just did the math.
So
there.
Do you like that kind of experience where like you're just meeting people at a large event? Like, is that something that you can get into, or is it you have to take breaks?
Well, okay, so both. So my one thing was going to be that I really enjoyed essentially they're strangers to me. I mean, yeah, technically we have a tie, but I've never met these folks. And I hate to say it, but if they're already in their late 70s and they do this every 10 years,
okay,
there's an actuarial situation here.
All right.
No, and I'm not being mean. What I'm saying is they were complete strangers, but I enjoyed speaking. Like, there is so much like wisdom and insight and just life experience. Like, the things that they had accomplished in their lives was astounding, and it was really neat to just experience that. I actually found most of the people my age and of my generation, a few of them nearly intolerable, where I just had to leave. I was like, these are bad people, and really? I don't want to be around them. Yeah.
Oh, you're really calling them out on your show, huh?
Trust me, they're not watching. They're not watching. So, but that's the spectrum. Not all of them. I mean, I'm really thinking of a couple in particular. So, but and maybe they thought the same of me. I don't think they're evil. They're not on murdering or anything. I just
okay, good.
Just how they treat people. I was like, I don't care to be around these folks. But it got me thinking that, like, I used to equate sort of, how do I put it, wisdom, I guess, with like education, degrees, accomplishment. But to be honest, just to make it to 75 or 80, what an accomplishment and what intelligence and what wisdom you've gained just doing that and just getting there. And like I'll just throw a few things out. So the patriarch, he was a urologist, which I can only imagine what goes into that. His father was a dermatologist. So this is going back. This dude's 94. His father was a dermatologist, and there's skin conditions that are named, I think it's Brunsting Barry or Brunstone Perry. That's him. That's his dad. That was named for. That's his dad. Yeah. And so like that was a really kind of a neat thing to hear. And like,
isn't that weird? Like if you come across somebody who has that syndrome or that ailment, that you go, "Hey, that's my dad."
Yeah. You're like, okay. And so like there was him. There was a guy from California. He owns one of the largest nut companies in America. So they're like almonds. He imports. So they grow their own almonds, but then they import macadamia nuts and then they redistribute around the world. And so like I'm talking international trade with him, and he has ships full of nuts stuck in the Strait of Hormuz. Where do you think the macadamia nuts come from, man? Like we don't know that. Like it's so neat to just to hear the different things that they've encountered and gone through. And then
right.
there were some people who of course thought I was insane, and then others that were like, all right, what are the market forces here? Who are your customers? How do you reach them? And I'm like, yes, this is.
So there was some good conversation about your business, and did you find anything helpful about those conversations?
Well, first I found it helpful that not everybody, whether they're into snakes or not, thinks like it was neat, because there was a couple people in particular that were just wildly intrigued. Like they felt like they were looking into a world of like Alice in Wonderland. Like, oh, this exists. I got to just take a peek into here. And they were blown away. And they had a great business sense of, okay, there's a market. How many players are there? How do how are you accessing and reaching people? And it was just this neat, like, it was almost like a interesting validation when I start going, well, there's the snakes, but then there's the podcast, then there's the advertising tiers. Then, oh, by the way, there's this whole car wash thing. We got to talk about that. And they were like,
wait, did you tell them about Proper Cup of Joe?
Yeah, absolutely.
So they could be tuning in this week.
The excellent folks. Yes, they could be tuning in.
Okay. All right. So,
but I thought it was really neat. And I like I say, just hearing like I say, some of the wisdom, I don't know, something really clicked where I was like, this is a great opportunity that I just haven't taken advantage of, to the point where like, I don't really think that I have time to like head over to an old folks home and volunteer, but maybe I do. And maybe I don't. Maybe like when we volunteer, we think that we're the ones like doing the favor, but I think I would learn from, like, just to make it to, like I say, a certain point in life. There's so much wisdom. Like if you were 94, that means you would have had to have been born in 1938. I mean, that's a lot of change. I mean, think of even just the laws of society in 1938. Think of, the baby boomers hadn't even come back from the war yet. TVs didn't exist, much less internet or,
sure.
Or AI or whatever, which, by the way, I've decided AI falls into the category of religion and politics. Just don't bring it up in groups.
Is that right?
Oh my God, I'm exhausted by it, man. Either there's two camps. The world's going to end because of this, or roll your eyes and you're like, okay. But everybody's got a camp. Everybody's got a tribe. Everybody's got a new panic. A good religion solves a panic. You know what I mean? So it's like or a good political party that solves a good panic. So, we got a new hot panic that we got to take some tribes on here. Yeah, man. I mean, Elias knows. You want to start a fight. Yeah. This is kind of fun though. If you're into Irish goodbyes, just start the conversation and then leave the room. It's great. Everybody will thank you later.
What's funny now, you said, I want to go back to the Irish goodbye, but also that's interesting to know. I should not, because you are stepping into it when you start to talk about AI. There's so many different facets to it, all of that stuff. But you mentioned this phrase, Irish goodbye. Now, you reminded me of things of my own family. So my mother's side, she has 5 siblings. And then my grandmother had 11 siblings.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So there were family reunions, and when we got together, it was, there was like 150 people. It's ridiculous. And they all had like different, most of them were, on my grandmother's side were women. So they would marry. And so there were just different families. It was almost like a mafia thing where it was like
the 11 families.
The Serinos are coming. The Kylies are going to be there.
That's right.
The Kohlbergers, but they were all, different ethnicities, I guess. So it was like German, Irish, Italian, all that stuff. So we'd all come together, but and predominantly most of us were Irish. Like my grandmother's name is Kylie.
Okay.
So from Tipperary, right?
Okay.
So
yeah.
We would get together, and there's this idea of the Irish goodbye. That's not my experience with my family. My experience with the family is, if you want to leave at 10, you start saying goodbye at 8:30.
It's exhausting. And so here we call it the Minnesota goodbye. You got to be like, well, I guess it's kind of getting time. Yeah, an hour and a half before you want to go.
Yeah, you got to start doing the all rights.
All right, yeah, all right.
And then you see somebody, you say goodbye to somebody, because it's such a large it's a large group of people. You say goodbye to somebody that you haven't talked to, and you kind of wanted to talk to. So you have that conversation as you're saying goodbye.
Right. Yeah. Suddenly then you're spending all the time. Yeah.
Right.
I can't. Everybody's got their goodbyes. Yeah. You got the Italian goodbye.
Maybe that's the Italian influence in my family is that goodbye. Yeah.
Trust me, it's a universal goodbye, man. I am exhausted. People at the reptile shows will tell you, man, hopefully we've hung out and spent time, because I'm out of there. Like it's another 45 minutes of leaving the bar. You just got to go. Where's Adam? He's asleep. He's fine. He's good.
Yeah, Jim. You don't have to leave, but I'm going to bed.
That's right. Good night. I'm out of here. So the goodbyes. But it was a cool experience, is what I'm saying.
The other thing, and this is more in line with what you were talking about, is yes, I don't think that we tap into the font of wisdom that is available to us.
Yeah.
And just simply, and not because they've accomplished certain things or done, just simply by living on this planet for longer than you have, that you can learn from those people. And I think as well, like they need to know that too. Yeah. Like I think I know that somebody very close to me is going through a very hard time because they've lost their partner, and I worry that she doesn't understand how important she is still to this world, simply because she's older and she doesn't have somebody by her side saying, I love you. You are my person. And so I worry about like her losing a sense of importance in this world. And she is so important, not only to me, but to so many people that she is around all the time. And I don't think that she knows that. So even if you have the opportunity, not just to cull wisdom, or mine, or as Adam likes to do, exploit the wisdom for his own business and his own personal gain.
Stop that. Exploit.
At least just say to them, give the opportunity to say, we need you. We need you. We need your wisdom. We want to hear from you. I think that's really, really important. And I think some cultures do it really well, and I think others don't do it well.
Right. And so here's an interesting little anecdote from the weekend along the lines of what you're talking about. I have to think that would be just the loneliest, heartbreakingest. You're elderly and you lose your lifelong partner. There's certain things I wouldn't even know how to do here at the house because Kelly does them, kind of thing.
Right.
I can't imagine how like lonely and lost that has to make people feel. On the other hand, this was in there, like you get other perspectives that aren't even necessarily wisdom, just perspectives that you go, now that's interesting. So this gentleman, this was his story. I don't think it's private or rude. And I'm just relaying it. I'm not judging it. He says, I said, where's home for you? And he said, well, I lived in San Francisco Bay Area for a very long time, but I live in San Diego now. I moved there 2 years ago. I was like, so in 92, you pick up and you move to San Diego. And he says, well, my wife, and he says, well, not legally, we've formed a partnership over a long period of time. He says, she has many good traits, but nursing is not one of them. So she decided to leave. And he says this all matter of fact. And he says, she's a great woman. We still keep in touch. She checks in on me on the phone. She's found another wealthy gentleman to move in with. And I moved to San Diego, and being alone suits me just fine. And now I'm closer to my family.
Awesome. That's fantastic.
It was incredibly matter of fact. It was almost business transactional like. And in my mind, that's not how I would see a life partnership, but it suited them. But to his credit, though, it didn't break his heart. There was no loneliness expressed. He's got an opportunity with his family, and he's man, this guy like glides across the floor. Like he's completely mobile, completely
awesome.
Yeah, it's great. And he's like, yeah, I my family's in San Diego, and I do need some help. So that's where I'm at.
It's so interesting. That seems like somebody who's so self-aware, self-possessed, and just like, I've had these experiences in my life, and I love being I like being alone. That's okay. That suits me just fine. I love that. That's so great.
I thought
I was going to highlight this comment too.
This is great. So Elias, I don't want to put classifications on people, and I think that you're an excellent example of making sure that we don't put classifications on people. But am I to understand this is a different America than Joe and I might know? Is that fair to say? I think it is.
I don't know.
I like this strategy. So what are y'all getting into tonight? That's a good little nudge. That's
I'm gonna try
down the road.
Verbatim. So what are y'all finna get into?
Okay, no, I'm not gonna do that. So yeah, I think that's a great little hint. Like, hey,
it is. It's like
you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
That's my all right.
What are y'all getting into tonight? Yeah, what's out there in town? Yeah, and about time for you. It's about time to get in on that, right? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Elias says yes. We hit it. I like that. Now here's the cool thing too, because every now and again I might encounter the two different Americas, and that's pretty fun. I take a little bit of pride in being welcomed in such arenas. Now I'll know if somebody asks what I'm getting into tonight. It means it's time for me to get moving.
You've worn out your welcome.
No, there's some saying, don't ever overstay your welcome, or you'll never be welcome to stay over. So when you've overstayed, go ahead and get going. So if I get asked, what are you getting into tonight? Okay, I'm not sure, but I'm gonna find out right now. It's time to figure that out.
You're gonna figure it out.
All right. Cool.
So at these, I know we're going long on our introductory.
I know we do have the coolest ball python in the world coming up this week right now.
Sometimes I would, at these gatherings, I would just take a break in the middle and go. They would usually be at my grandmother's house. I would just go and take a nap in the middle of the party. So I could. Anyway, okay, all right.
There was a bit of that strategy too. So like one morning, it's difficult the days are so long. It's difficult to get up at sunrise here, but I got up before sunrise, took a kayak out onto the lake. I went fishing. I watched the sunrise over the ridge above the lake. And that accomplished two things. One, a little fulfillment for myself, just a quiet, like if you ask me where I'd like to be at any given point in time on a lake at sunrise is a pretty good place to be, or a beach. But also it gave me a great midday excuse to go take a nap and to disappear a little bit. So that's what I recommend. And then I like that. I've learned today. I'm gonna put this to use. What you guys about to get into tonight, man? I like that. And that's
but what if they go? What if they go? What? I mean, I thought we were staying here. I mean, I guess they never would do that.
Well, I think you would ask it again. That's one of those Larry David situations. Yeah. You're like, yeah, but what are you going to get into when you do leave?
Yes. All right. This is, I don't know, this is a snake show. So
that's right.
Maybe we should. And we are here because of certain people that we should acknowledge. Right?
I got to give the preemptive. I got to give the lead in here. So, guys, this week Joe goes out of his way and he goes, "Hey, this is the snake that made me stop scrolling today." And I was like, "Oh, look at Joe. Joe is, I love it. I love it when people act like owners. This is fantastic. Joe's taking some ownership. He's like, this is the coolest ball python in the world this week." And I was like, all right, Joe's going to present it. And I got to admit, I know I teased it on the Tuesday night show. I hadn't exactly run it by Joe that he was going to present. So in our show prep last night, I was like, Joe, you're going to present the coolest ball python in the world. And I had this epiphany. Why hasn't Joe been the one presenting these all along? If this show is about the questions that Joe has and his own sort of evolution, this is gold. I can't wait for you to present. So this will be the first ever Joe's coolest ball python in the world this week.
Is that what we're going to do? Moving forward, I'm going to be responsible for this?
Well, maybe we just get a little stockpile. I would appreciate the help on the show prep for sure. I admit there are Wednesday nights where I'm like, I got to go find a snake, man, right now.
All right.
We'll keep a few in the vault. Hey, it's brought to everybody by Heart of the Python. That's Bill and Kate Peaver out in Massachusetts. Heart of the Python. You can see them at Daytona for sure. I think they're heading down to Southeast Reptile as well. But in the next couple of weeks, they'll be out and about. And Joe and I are going to go down and hang out with them in Daytona as well. Bill and the kids will be there. I think Kate's got to hold back in Massachusetts, hold down the fort. Kate's working Monarch and Puzzle. Bill is working Monsoon, and the girls are working Sunset and Clown. Family operation. Very nice high-end ingredients, and of course the residuals from working those kinds of projects. They're also breeding snakes for temperament to grow the hobby, which I think is ingenious on a couple of levels. One, it grows the hobby. Two, say you don't hit that Sunset Clown and you got the double het male over here. Let's if he's got the great temperament and he's got graded temperament, you're gonna be able to sell him and move him along and grow the hobby. Really great. I love the initiative on it. That is called their Heartline, and you can find Heartline on TikTok. So go check that out. Joe, a little side note here that I thought this is a really great feedback. I'm going to pull back the curtain a little bit. I had an opening for an advertising partner on Proper Royals Live, and anybody that's supported Proper Cup of Joe, I always give them the first dibs on the Tuesday slot. And they said, I really like being the presenting advertiser of the coolest ball python in the world. And so we said, well, we got to figure out where you're going to stay. So I think we're sorting out where it's going to be. But I thought that was a really cool bit of feedback of how much the advertiser appreciates that. So go check out Heart of the Python.
So you're saying that this segment might move to your Tuesday night, and I won't be involved at all?
No, you'll be 100% involved. The Heart of the Python might move to Tuesday night, but
Oh,
I've made a little pitch. I don't want to share too much business, but
okay.
I think things are going to remain. I was impressed. It made an impression on me, the value that they found. And I always, as much as I appreciate somebody writing a check to us,
see what you're saying.
I feel a responsibility to make sure that we are getting them some eyeballs. So all their contact information is down below at Heart of the Python. Go to Instagram, Morph Market, or Heartline on TikTok, and they will keep bringing the coolest ball python in the world to you every week. Should we put this thing up here, Joe, or do you want to
know? Yeah, take a look at this.
How'd you come across this? You were scrolling.
I was scrolling on Instagram of all places. and I came across this snake, and I thought, wow, this is it stunned me. I was and there was something a little nostalgic about it even, and I'll explain that in a minute. But this is a beautiful creature. It comes to us from
all right, you do it.
All right. It comes to us from Beauty and the Balls out of Harvest, Alabama. Now, Adam, you know Beauty and the Balls?
That's Whitney and Jason. I do know them. They're great people. They work hard. They vend up at Tinley. You guys can check them out there. And I like their brand name, Beauty and the Balls. It's a little it's a little play on Beauty and the Beast, I think, which is pretty fun.
I think so. Yes.
Not because not because there's a beast involved whatsoever, but it's a pretty fun couple name, and I think that they do. They're really wonderful people, and I've worked with them before. They've been a guest on Proper Royals Live. So when you said Beauty and the Balls is the breeder on this, I was like, oh, we got to do this. I'm definitely making Joe present this snake here.
And I don't, so because I'm not dealing with snakes all the time, I'm curious as to, like, would other people come across this snake and go, this is a fantastic looking snake, this is amazing, or is this just like, yeah, this is how snakes are?
I will tell you, I told you in the pre-show this morning I didn't want to comment on it until we were in the show. Okay. I love this combo. I have made a fortune on this combo, relatively speaking, to my general revenue. These snakes are they make people go wow that aren't familiar with ball pythons, and the people that are familiar with ball pythons, they may or may not have opinions on them, but they're a great platform. They know these sell left, right, and center all the time. And it's a great platform, like a base combo to build from. So,
and by the way, so these are, I guess it's a banana clown combo.
This is a banana clown combo. And just looking at it, my guess is that it's got leopard in it as well. I would say this is a banana leopard clown. Although it might not be, it could just be a banana clown, but I think it's a banana leopard clown. I love it because, look, I mean, first off, like you say, especially to somebody that just appreciates how they look and doesn't have to know about all the genes or the prices or this and that and how it happened. Like, just what is that snake? It is a showstopper, man. The purple and the gold is fantastic. This one I like. It's a nice example. You see the blushing on top where the purple's turning to red up top there? That's
what drew my attention, is that particular thing about this adds to everything else that has to do with the snake. I think that is the thing that caught my eye, actually.
Yeah. And so even people like, I don't want to put words in other people's mouths, but a really experienced breeder, Dennis McNamara, he's become a really good friend. I love vending when he's working a show. He's super reliable. He's somebody I can refer customers to that he might have something that I don't have. He and I talk behind the scenes that, like, maybe we should just get rid of everything and just breed banana clown combos and work on breeding the cleanest, coolest looking banana clowns that we can, because they're beautiful, man. Like, for all the work we've done and all the other, combinations and things we could come up with, it's really, really hard to beat just the stunning beauty of this. And it's a relatively attainable combo for new breeders as well. So I love it as a base platform.
There is so I checked them out on Morph Market as well. And I will say that they have a lot of snakes that are beautiful, and maybe maybe not high end, $12,000, $13,000 or whatever, but like there's whatever they are working with there, it seems to be a high contrast. Like, really, these snakes really pop for some reason for me, and maybe that's my color blindness or something like that. They have great snakes. Like, I've looked at their whole catalog on Morph Market. It's very, very good. Nice work.
I did a segment on Tuesday night on the Tuesday night show, which, if you haven't checked it out, it was a solo show. It was just me, but it's performing really well, which that means other people are saying it's good, not just me. But one of the topics I covered in it was figuring out what value you can bring, and value for me is eye-catching snakes that I don't have to explain, that have high color, contrast, and pattern displays. And that's exactly what you're describing when you looked at the Beauty and the Balls Morph Market page. If you could cover those bases, you don't have to explain why a snake is cool. You don't have to explain why a customer should buy it. They're going to fall in love to begin with, and then they just have to figure out the finances and if they trust you or not. So I really, really love that model. I love that was what your impressions were. So Joe, nice work on this.
I want to say I wouldn't call it Banana Clown, though, because there was a bit of nostalgia when I looked at this, because have you ever seen the movie Predator? Maybe other folks have seen the movie Predator.
Is that where he sees everything in red? Like it's infrared or whatever?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So every once in a while you see into the the Predator's viewpoint. And that's what this snake reminds me of.
Okay.
Because they see it, like the Predator sees in a different way than humans do. And it's like, I think it's heat. I think that's what they figure out, that it's heat. And so, but that's what this looks like to me. So I would call this some kind of predator morph or something, some kind of predator gene.
The Predator. Well, you could just call the combo the Predator. Yeah. So all of these ingredients,
the combo is the Predator.
The Predator. Okay.
Yes.
I like that. Now, see, I'd always seen these as like cute, soft, and cuddly. Like, these are little, that's
the trap. Like, yes, you want to get out of this idea that snakes are the villain. But I thought about that. It's not necessarily that the snake is the villain of the movie. That I am the person who sees it. That was the cool thing about the Predator, is that all of a sudden you are in the eyes of the villain and you're watching, the things around you. The snake is not the villain. It's just that you are the villain, actually.
Okay. The Predator. I see that. I went
this way and then that way and then went back over here,
Guys, if you want to own the Predator, go check out Beauty and the Balls. I vouch for their good, what do you say, for the kind of people and the breeders that they are. And
character, yes,
the character of the people. I think it's great. So nice job, Joe. The first ever coolest ball python in the world from Joe. Proper cup of Joe himself, right there. Man, nice work.
Very proud of myself. I'm very proud of myself.
You should be, man. You should be. Are you flexible enough to give yourself a little pat on the back there?
Yeah.
Can you reach it through the hoodie that you're wearing in July in Tampa? Hey, shout out to Jeremy. I'm glad your family made it there. Jeremy, he's one of the few people that I met in Minnesota that moved to Jacksonville versus me knowing people from Jacksonville. So he's like, he's part of the old crew in Minnesota here. Congratulations on the move. I hope you're doing well. If you need some pointers around Jacksonville and Duval, let me know, man. That's really cool. And welcome there, Pura Vida Pythons. Thanks for joining and hanging out. I hope you like the show and that you'll stick around. Joe, I know that we're getting close here to the end. We've already made it.
This is wild.
It is wild. We're getting close to the end. I've got a little itch, a little idea I've been kicking around. I formed a little exploratory committee to, I called in the board of directors here at the regional offices of Proper Royals, Upper Midwest offices here in Northfield. And I think I think we're close. I think we're close to making an announcement in the next couple weeks, but we've been doing some planning, putting a business model together, checking some things out. Might have a little announcement, but you ever set your mind to something where you're like, you know what, I think I'm gonna do something, but I gotta work my way through it. What do you do when you go through something like that? Or are you just like, screw it, I'll make the decision and I'll figure it out?
Are you, I mean, you made a joke about, I got the board of directors together. Are you actually doing something with other people, or is this just you're doing this?
I have genuinely made some consultation phone calls and paid some people for some insights on a venture. How about that?
Yeah, I think you're probably the best person to actually ask that question of. I should be asked to do that, not me, because my thing is, if I have an idea, I really go by feel. Really like, does this feel right? Do I like doing this work? Does this feel good? And then how resistant is the universe to my advancing on this idea?
And how, I don't mean this in a mean, usually when people are like, yeah, how'd that work out for you? They're like, that's an underhanded thing. Genuinely, how does that work out for you?
I think it's 40% successful.
40. I'm hoping for a higher rate than.
No, I don't mean like the project is 40% successful. It means 40% of the projects that I begin, I can see through to the end, and then 60% I get the idea that it's not going to work and I back off.
I see. So unfortunately, this will be a sample size of 1. So it's going to have to be a binary, I do it or I don't thing.
Yeah.
And if I do it, I need, say, so from a budgeting and planning standpoint, I would definitely need a higher than 40% success rate. Now,
yes,
if I get to 70, 80%, then I got a little something to build on, you know?
Right. Yeah. So the sample size is 1. I think we're kind of talking about different things, but yes, if you proceed with this, and you're getting good feedback, and it's viable, and you're seeing all of the things that go into it that it takes to actually do it, and all of those things are manageable, and there's not a huge influx of people or obstacles or anything that is getting in your way, and it's still feasible, then keep going with it.
All right. Well, I will tell you, it's going to go fast. I'll know in the next week or so if I do decide why to do it. And then announcements and whatnot would come after that, I suppose, the unveiling of the venture. So we'll see. The last time I thought this way, I ended up in Minnesota. And then the next time I thought this way, I ended up with a car wash. So we'll just see what craziness Adam explores.
So that's what I'm talking about. That sample size is bigger now. Looking at all of those projects, this is a good success rate, I think.
All right. Well, thank you. I'll keep everybody posted on that. Jeremy, okay, the rainbow clown versus the banana clown. I love the rainbow clown because I happen to have one. So that makes it pretty enticing to me. And I think there's only, actually a few have hatched this year. I've seen people post this year. So this time last year, I would have said there was only 2 that I know of in the world, and I had one of them. So that's pretty cool. But there's more now. I think that they're different. So little has been done with the rainbow clown. We've only really got the base and I think maybe Enchi in it so far. So there's a ton to do with it. It won't get spots, but it's not. I know Chris Eaton says, the rainbow clown is just a banana clown without spots. I disagree. I think it's a little bit different. I think there's more color tones to it. There's more of the peaches and the oranges and the reds, whereas the banana clowns are just, when you get them right and you get the spots out of them, which I love. I don't know. I think there's room for both. I like both. There's obviously going to be a massive price point difference. The banana clown is, it might not stay there, but it's many X's higher price than the banana clown, just because of rarity and the lack of ingredients to make them out there in the world at the moment. That'll change over time, but I like them both. I'm not opposed to either one of them. I have both.
The rainbow clown is higher priced.
The rainbow clown is higher priced. Yeah, rainbow is another albino line, a line of albinism that is really vibrant and apropos named rainbow. I think it's got a lot more colors than a typical albino. And we've started to see the double recessive rainbow clown combo. We have not seen a whole lot of the codoms worked into it yet. Yeah, you got a rainbow male. I wish I'd known. Yeah, you kept your rainbow male. Very cool. I'll send you pictures as she's maturing. The female, she'll be ready to breed this fall. The rainbow clown female looks fantastic. I think we're going to, I don't know. I actually have to talk to Chris, BNS Reptilia. He owns half of that snake with me. So that's a partnership and a project, on that. I'm not sure which way we're going to go on it as well, but no, I like it very much. It stayed beautiful. It's aged very nicely. It looks great. So I don't think you could go wrong with either one, but I wouldn't abandon one for the other though either. They're 2 different buyer pools at the moment. If they were the same exact price, I don't know. I don't know. If they were the same price, I go with one or the other. I guess, I don't know. Pet owners know the name banana. We still have to educate pet owners on rainbow, but rainbow right now is kind of an elite project versus banana, an everyday project, I suppose. There we go. So, yeah, rainbow monsoon. There you go.
What is monsoon?
Monsoon's another very high end recessive trait. Relatively new. It's been out. Well, it's existed for who knows how long, but it's been readily available if you have the money for 8 or 10 years. They were just, when I started, they were, 5 and 6 figures. You can get a monsoon now for a few thousand kind of deal. But we're starting to see monsoon double recessive projects. So we're seeing monsoon pieds, monsoon clowns. I think we've seen a sunset monsoon now. So it's becoming more and more attainable now that I think rainbow monsoon would be very, very cool.
And Thrive would want to do this for the look of a rainbow monsoon or the breeding purposes?
For the long-term struggle and personal torment that it will take to go from one male rainbow to the rainbow monsoon would be many.
Is it about what is it about you guys?
It'd be 5 or 6 years. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, if he's looking for a breeder female monsoon, first,
okay, gotcha.
Exceptionally rare. Secondly, it's going to cost him as much to acquire that snake as it cost him to move from Minnesota to Florida. But that's the thing. It's fun. It's that's the hobby part of it. Whatever, there's people that think I'm nuts buying. Oh, by the way, for any music nerds, I picked up a 1964 Fender Bassman original transformer, still in that amp head, baby. Oh my goodness, it's fantastic. People think I'm nuts for that, man. So I get it. Whatever makes us happy and that we can do in a healthy way, go do it, man. That's what.
Yeah. All right.
We made it, Joe. We did it again. Yet again.
We're going to talk about winging it. Maybe we could talk about that next week, I guess.
We demonstrated winging it. No, we're gonna have a real topic next week. I'm gonna show prep. I won't be dodging distant family members all week. This week we'll be,
and I will be, and I will accept other people who want to DM me their snakes that they think is the coolest ball python in the world. See, this is what you have to mine your resources here, Adam, and there's a bunch of people here who have feelings about what I'm open to accepting nominations.
All right, I'm gonna let you know, Joe, this is where you and I differ. I hate committees. If I wanted to be on a committee, I would have joined the committee. I started the show so that I make the decisions. No, because you're going to make the final decision, but then somebody's going to get hurt that you didn't choose their snake, man. I'm just telling you. Yeah.
No, you cannot self-nominate. That's the rule. You cannot self-nominate. You have to nominate others.
Yeah, but there's going to be people who think that you ignored their opinion, and it's going to happen. Here's cynical Adam. No, guys, send your nominations to Joe at Proper Cup of Joe on Instagram. That's the way to do it right there.
Okay. I'll accept any consequences going down this road.
I'm not such a curmudgeon, but I will say, I feel bad. I actually feel bad when people send me an idea, and I'm like, not me. Like, I don't really know how to respond, and I feel bad saying that because they put the time and the care to do it. And clearly, if I don't use the snake, that's me saying not me, but then I'm being passive about it. I feel like I have to say what I feel.
Yes.
And it's just easier just to go.
But I am in a unique position because if I go, not this snake, but this snake, and people go, well, that guy's stupid about
snakes. He's a dummy.
Anyway. That's the whole
point of
our show. So it's reinforcing the premise of what we're doing here.
That's right. That's right. Guys, make sure you check out Husbandry.pro, and also Cold Blooded Cafe has a great deal waiting just for you. It's free shipping on orders over $200. Go check out the best frozen rodents. Literally, my shipment is arriving today. It's rodent day today, baby. You're going to get free shipping. Use the promo code PROPER11. That's a lot of money on shipping. Go save yourself some cash and get your animals the best rodents that you can. So thanks to everybody. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. We'll do it again next week. You guys keep coming back, so we'll keep we'll keep making it happen. All right. See you guys. Thank you.
See you. Bye.
Everybody wants the outcome. Very few will go through the process.
When you think about someone living their dream, I am living my dream.
Your business model isn't working. You've got to change your model.
You might be all by yourself on that route, but the view's pretty damn good from there.
New breeders have no idea how long 2 years is. Imagine 3 years, even 10 years.
Stop chasing other people's dreams. Make your own.
When the going gets weird, the weird turn pro.